Hello students, this is an English Solutions for Business and Life video. Let's begin. In this new video, we're going to be covering our Unit 5. Don't forget that we're studying our elementary book, and we will be covering the vocabulary of the unit. Let's begin. The items to study for this part or this unit are going to the movies, adjectives, types of TV shows, phrasal verbs. Remember that with this type of videos, we see vocabulary, and if you don't understand something, you can always ask your teacher. We normally go through or go over this vocabulary by giving examples. I can give or provide an explanation, but if you do not understand, you can always ask your teacher in class. Let's repeat and check the pronunciation of these items here. Repeat. Read reviews. Read reviews. Read reviews. A review is an article that criticizes or talks about how good or bad a movie is. You normally find them online or in magazines, or also in the newspaper. The next item is buy a ticket. Buy a ticket. Well, a ticket is a very generic word for an entrance, a piece of paper that has a number, and imprinted in it, it has the name of the movie and the time, and sometimes the number of the seat that you have. The next item is go to the cinema. Go to the cinema. Or go to the movie theater. Go to the movie theater. Okay, so you have the two options here. You can choose your favorite. And well, cinema, we have that in Spanish. And movie theater is that place you go to when you want to watch a movie in the big screen. The next item is see a film. See a film. See a film. And well, a film, is a movie, right? The next one has three options or three forms. Repeat. Sit at the front. Sit at the front. Sit at the back. Sit at the back. Sit in the middle. Sit in the middle. Alright? Well, front, back, or middle. I think that they are self-explanatory. I don't think it's necessary to explain too much here. Now let's see them in examples. Well, here there are two examples with the vocabulary we just saw. The first one, I'll read it. I never read reviews before watching a movie. As you can see, we have our expression right here, and we're saying that I never check online about the movie before I go and watch it. The second one, I hate sitting at the back when I go to the movie theater. As you can see, we have two of our expressions here, sitting at the back and go to the movie theater. Sitting at the back, well, in this case, I am expressing that I absolutely do not like sitting at the back. Maybe I like sitting in the middle or sitting at the front. And that happens when I go watch a film or watch a movie at the cinema, or in this case also mentioned the movie theater. The next set of words is adjectives for movies. Well, we all watch movies, and you have probably used these adjectives already in English or even in Spanish. Let's do the exercise we always do. Let's repeat. Repeat after me. Boring, boring, boring. When you say that a movie is boring, it is because you think that it has nothing interesting in it. You don't like it. Well, I tried to draw some face there, but I think it's not that good. So, well, let's stay with that. Probably you have heard it, and it's a very common word. The next one is exciting. 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 Exciting is for a movie that is really interesting, really fun. There probably is a lot of action or a lot of drama too. Maybe a lot of gore too. Anyways, the next one is funny. 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 It's very important to mention something before we continue with the explanation. That funny is normally confused with fun. Funny is for comedies. In a situation where you laugh. Yes. And fun is something that is nice or something that is exciting. So make sure you do not confuse them. Something fun doesn't necessarily have to be funny, and vice versa. Okay. The next one is sad. 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 Sad is usually for romantic movies or drama movies. We have the feeling that we are not liking what we see. We sometimes even cry. And we also have scary. 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 Scary are for those horror movies, terror movies, such as The Exorcist or The Ring. Those movies are scary because they produce fear in the viewer. Alright, let's continue. Let's see some examples now. Here are two examples with using the adjectives we just learned or reviewed. The first one, Avengers, is exciting because it has great special effects. Here we have our adjective, exciting, and we're explaining why it is so. Special effects usually tend to be exciting. And the next one, The Exorcist, is scary because there are many legends in real life about it. There's nothing scarier than legends or true facts about a horror or a horror story or a scary tale. Let's look at two more. We have two more examples here. We have Tree of Life is boring for me because it's too slow. This means that the movie did not catch my attention, so that's why I consider it to be boring. The other one, Life is Beautiful, the name of a movie, is both funny and sad. It makes you laugh and cry. As you can see, we have our two adjectives, funny and sad. And why is it funny? Because it makes us laugh. And why is it sad? Because it makes us cry. Our next item today is types of TV shows. In this case, I'm going to give you the name of the type, and I will give you some examples of programs, famous programs that you probably have seen on TV. The first one is a comedy program. Comedy program. And well, one example can be The Big Bang Theory. Theory. It can be Friends. Another good one can be Malcolm. Malcolm in the Middle. Or another one, Two and a Half Men. These kind of programs well, their intention is to make people laugh, to make people have a good time. The next type of TV program or TV show is documentaries. Documentaries are the ones that you normally watch on Discovery Channel, Nat Geo, the History Channel, or in some local TV here in Mexico. Instead of giving you some examples, because to be honest with you, I do not remember. Well, I do remember one. We have TED Talks. Once your English is a little bit better, you should watch these. They are very, very interesting. Well, we have documentaries about animals. We have documentaries about politics. And we also have documentaries about, what else can it be? Health. Or history. Oh, history. Alright, let's move on to the next item. Another one that you have probably heard of is the news. The news are, well, as you have probably heard it before, is where you can watch all the events, important events, relevant events that happen in the world or in around your house or in your state. For example, we have CNN. We have all the programs that come from Televisa, all the programs that come from TV Azteca, usually broadcast at night, or I don't know, Univision, if you happen to have cable television. Another type of program that I have already mentioned in the first one, in comedies, are TV series. One important thing is to know is that even though it is a plural word, it is not used as such. We can say a TV series, and we're not talking about something that is plural. Okay, make sure you pay attention to that. For example, TV series, we have The Walking Dead. We have Breaking Bad. We also have Game of Thrones. Another one that comes to my mind now could be The Sopranos. This type of programs come in chapters. Every 20 minutes or 45 minutes of recording is a chapter, and also every year there is a season. For example, Breaking Bad has 5 seasons. The Walking Dead has 5 so far. The Sopranos, I don't remember. Game of Thrones has 4. Okay, just some extra vocabulary for you guys. The final item of this video is phrasal verbs. We're going to be looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. As you can see, there are some words that are repeated. Let's begin with the pronunciation. We have sit down, sit down, sit down, stand up, stand up, stand up, turn on, turn on, turn on, turn off, turned off, turn off, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn down, turn down, turn down. As you can see, a phrasal verb is a combination of a verb and a preposition. A preposition such as down, up, on, off, and well, here we have the same again. Let's explain them in a little more detail. For example, we have, let's explain the turn. Yes, turn off means when something is working and we don't want it to work anymore, we turn it off. Yes, turn on is the opposite. It means that when something is not working and we want it to work, like it can be a set of speakers, it can be an iPod, it can be a DVD player, it can be a video game console. Yes, so turn on means start it, and turn off means end it. Let's continue with the turn verbs. We have turn up and we have turn down. Well, turn up is when we're talking about volume here, the sound. Yes, we have a speaker here. The sound, if the sound is too big, is too loud, it's because we turned it up. Yes, the volume goes up. We're talking about volume here. Yes, and we want it to be more silent. We can turn it down. Well, let's see. We turn it down like this way, and turn it up like this. All right. Let's give some examples now. Here we have an example using this vocabulary. Well, this S looks terrible. Let's fix it before we continue. Alright, well, we can use the same color, that doesn't matter. Examples. We have, please turn down your music. I want to watch my favorite series. As you can see, the person is requesting the other person to lower the volume of his music because he wants to watch his favorite series. Yes. So this is very basic and easy vocabulary to remember, vocabulary that it will be very useful for you. Let's recap a little bit here. Oh, sorry, there was a little problem there. One thing that we also need to remember is that we're covering Unit 5, our elementary book. This is the vocabulary part. And the vocabulary we saw was for movies, adjectives for movies, types of TV shows, and some phrasal verbs. Well, we went over some vocabulary there and its pronunciation. And we gave some examples. We talked about some adjectives for movies. Make sure you use the right one. Don't confuse fun and funny. Funny is for comedies. Fun is can be exciting. It can be scary, etc., etc. We gave some more examples with adjectives. Types of TV shows, comedies, The Big Bang Theory, Friends, Malcolm in the Middle, The Simpsons, Two and a Half Men. Documentaries about history, about health, about politics, animals. And one example that you should always pay attention to is TED Talks, very good conferences there. Then we have the news, so we have some companies that provide this kind of programs. And then we have TV series. Series that are divided into chapters and also into seasons every year. And phrasal verbs, don't forget that a prepositional verb or phrasal verb is made by a verb, a normal verb such as turn, and a preposition such as down, up, on, or off. Well, we saw that, and we have one example here. Goodbye, guys. I think this video was a little long. I hope that it was useful for you. Remember that you can always watch your videos more than one time. You can download them, keep them to yourselves. Goodbye. See you in another video.